News and Views with Joel Heitkamp. Weekdays on Super Talk 1270.
You're tuned in to Super Talk 1270 and Free for All Friday. Compelling local talk at 11 o'clock. Free for All Friday features groups and organizations that are plugged into progress here in central North Dakota. Our rotating panel includes members of the Bismarck Downtowners, the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association, Pride of Dakota, and United Tribes Technical College. You're invited to call in and join the discussion. It's Free for All Friday on Super Talk 1270.
Welcome to the December edition of Free for All Fridays with the Bismarck Downtowners on Super Talk 1270 AM. This is Dawn Kopp. I am the Executive Director of the Downtowners Association. And with me today is our fancy Assistant Director, Kate Herzog, and the ever wonderful Jim Walsh on the boards. Welcome, everyone, to our show.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Yay! Oh, 2017, yes. I can smell you in there.
2016, get the heck out of here. You've taken...
You've decimated Hollywood. You've taken away the music.
Unless you had a good Deadpool going, this was a pretty lousy year.
Yes. I did. One of my friends just had a baby today, so that's a good way to shake out 2016.
I saw that.
On an up note.
There's some, like GoFundMe page to save Betty White from 2016. So see if she can hold on a few more days.
2 more days.
I know.
Save Betty White. That's right. All right. Well, we have a really great show coming up. We have all kinds of events happening in downtown for the new year and how you can ring it in. And we also have a couple of guests that will be joining us in the next couple of segments. Our first guest today will be Christine Cuiava. She is the library director at the Bismarck Veterans Memorial Public Library. She will be giving us all the info about what the library has in store in 2017. There's some really great things coming up. And Kayleen L. will be our guest in the third segment. She and her mother own Uptown Loft, downtown's newest boutique. They are located on Broadway. So we will be talking to these fine ladies upcoming in our show. If you have any questions or would like to talk to the Downtowners, give us a call at 663-1270. That is a sneaky way to remember the call letters. So, hey, 663-1270. Give us a call. All right, Kate, let's start off with giving our listeners some of the events happening downtown in the next few days and weeks.
Yeah, well, ongoing and through the 31st Ice Age Family Film Festival at the North Dakota Heritage Center and State Museum. They're showing Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs as part of the Ice Age Family Film Festival. Each day will feature one of the Ice Age animated movies with showtimes at 9 a.m., except on Saturday, 11 a.m., 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. in the Russell Reed Auditorium. Children must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. The movies are rated PG. The film schedule for the festival is obviously Tuesday the 27th is when it started. Coming up now, we just have Friday, December 30th will be Ice Age Continental Drift. I didn't even know there were this many Ice Ages. No. And Saturday, the 31st, Ice Age Collision Course. So if you've been stuck in the house, need to get the kids out, go to the Heritage Center, check out the Ice Age Film Festival. That's a great idea.
It is.
And they use the Russell Reed Auditorium a lot to do cool film festival things like this all the time.
It's a really nice auditorium, and then you can stick around and go through the museum because, hey, what doesn't speak to Ice Age besides woolly mammoth, and to have your picture taken there.
I know, well, they don't have, Downton Abbey's done, but they used to screen it every, like the premiere every time, and you could wear fancy hats and stuff. So keep an eye on what's going on in the Russell Reed Auditorium at the Heritage Center.
We'll be talking a little bit more about another event that they have coming up, something similar to what Kate was talking about with Downton Abbey. But now let's talk about New Year's Eve and how you can celebrate in downtown Bismarck. Well, you can kick it off right away tomorrow morning because Fireflower on 5th Street, they are opening up for their New Year's Eve brunch. You can start off with a coffee and a cinnamon caramel roll. That's right, cinnamon caramel roll. You have both worlds here, the best of both worlds. I was trying to
explain that to my brother this morning, that there's like a hybrid cinnamon caramel roll.
It's delicious. This is their normal fare on Saturday, so you can get coffee, the caramel rolls, scones, oatmeal, that type of thing, starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then you can finish off with a pizza. They'll be starting their ovens and baking pizzas by 9 a.m.
Yeah, December 31st, also New Year's Eve, Barbucks Roadhouse. They're starting early with 2-for-1s on Bloody Marys from 3 to 6, $10, all you can drink 6 to 9. Then stay the night with dueling DJs in the front and back rooms, bottle of champagnes while it lasts, balloon drop at midnight. Barbucks.
Blarney Stone tomorrow. Spend New Year's Eve with the Irish. Celebrate digging out of the blizzard with free champagne, hats, and party favors at midnight from the Blarney Stone.
I know a lot of people do this for New Year's Eve. Pro Grill has their price fixed menu, pre-fee menu, $65 per person, but it's a 3-course menu, and you get to pick from a whole bunch of different starters, entrees, and desserts. So if you're looking for something a little more high cuisine, they do a great job, and it's a great way to kick in the new year, kick out 2016.
See ya.
See ya.
The District, which is Lucky Ducks, The Pond, J60, Vault Events, and Avery's Eatery, will all have specials tomorrow from 5 to 11 p.m. All venues have live music, party favors, and photo booth. You have from 10 to close, $10 bottles of bubbles, which is champagne, $1 domestic drafts, $2 craft drafts, $3 any shots, and the best dressed couple will win a $100 gift certificate. Ooh. The judging will start at 11:30 at the Vault.
I wonder what best dress includes. Could you be the New Year's Eve baby or whatever it's called? That'd be kind of creepy. But
oh, Kate, you took it a little bit far. But anyway.
But there's a lot of other New Year's Eve specials and fun happening in downtown Bismarck, too. So check out your favorite restaurants, your boutiques, and things like that. There's a lot going on for New Year's Eve. January 3rd through the 28th, Bega's new exhibit at the Bismarck Art and Galleries Association, Catching Up. And they also have their member artist, Kim Essingler. Their opening reception is going to be Friday, January 6th for the new reception at Bega.
And we teased this a little bit earlier. January 8th, the North Dakota Heritage Center and State Museum will be showing the first episode of Prairie Public Television's new drama, Victoria. So take that in before the premiere happens on Sunday, January 15th.
Do love me a period drama, especially on public television.
Queen Victoria.
That's how I know I'm in my 30s.
Queen Victoria was the lady that starred the White Wedding Dress. Trivia.
Good job, Dawn. January 13th, Evening with Jeff Dunham, stand-up comedy is going to be at the Bismarck Event Center. January 13th, Jeff Dunham.
All right, and then mark your calendars for a night with Hairball. Hairball Unleashed, January 27th at the Bismarck Event Center. Ooh, I went to Hairball once.
It's like an 80s tribute thing, and they have all these people that kind of dress up / sound like a whole bunch of 80s and early 90s. I think there was like a Guns N' Roses guy or something like that. I've been
Bon
one
Jovi
time.
was there.
But it's fun. They had like pyrotechnics and...
you see a lot of 80s fab outfits that are original that have been hiding in the back of closets.
Also talk about best dress.
Leg warmers.
Yeah, right.
Lots of Aquanet.
Original, too. These aren't like being ordered off of eBay. These have been dug out of some closets.
And it's a great time to celebrate the mullet.
And we just want to remind everybody to, party responsibly in downtown Bismarck. Call a cab. Make sure that you have a ride, designated driver. If you are downtown, some of the bars validate for their taxis. So we want you to have a safe New Year's Eve in downtown Bismarck. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 19.
Live news headlines and weather together. Weekdays on Super Talk 1270.
Welcome back to Free for All Fridays with the Bismarck Downtowners. I'm Dawn, and with me is Kate. And soon we will be joined by Christine Cuiava. She is the library director of the Bismarck Veterans Memorial Public Library. Welcome, Christine.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining us today. Happy almost New Year.
Yeah, same to you.
Thank you. If you, our listeners, have any questions or would like to talk with us during our segments, please give us a call at the radio, 663-1270. All right, Christine, let's get talking about everything happening at the library. Wow, you have had a busy year, and looks like you'll have another busy year coming up. But you just had the grand opening of the new teen center.
Yes, very exciting. We had the grand opening for the teen center on December 9th, so it's open now. It's only for teens. Adults cannot use it. I have some of the events here that are going on. They have an otaku club, which is a club where teens learn about manga and anime, and that's really popular. They have tabletop board game events, video game tournaments, book clubs, and now that we have the teen space, they can meet in that space rather than one of the meeting rooms or in the story room. So they're really excited just to have their own area where they can go. And some of the future activities that we'll be able to do now that we have that space will include things like movie days, arts and crafts programming, because on one side of it there's an area where arts and crafts would work out. There's a countertop and a sink, and then they'll have a lot of opportunities to learn about new technologies, which is going to be really cool. We'll have a Lego robotics club in the near future, and then various types of STEAM programming. And if for anybody listening, if they're not familiar with STEAM, it's science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So all different types of programming related to those areas. So it'll be really cool.
Christine, I know that you said adults aren't allowed, but do you think I could sneak in for that Lego thing? Do you think I could make it?
Maybe could Kate judge it?
Under 17 or...
If you can teach a class or be in charge of one of those, if you have any type of skill that would match those, then you'll be able to be in the space.
Oh, this is so great. What are the hours for the teen center?
Well, to start off, just as like a soft opening, we have it after school for school hours, and then during other times, the kids will be able to check a key out at our information desk to be able to go in and study or work on group projects. And then as we get going, and our teen program coordinator will be able to spend more time in there, and then we'll be looking for volunteers to supervise the space too. So
nice.
Very exciting.
No kidding. I wish I was in high school again.
Yeah.
That sounds just absolutely fantastic.
Well, there's definitely a need in Bismarck for things for teens to do, and I kind of like that no one else is really allowed in. I think that's, that it's just exclusively for them. I think is going to be really great. Christine, talk a little bit about, you have some upcoming adult programming as well coming up at the Bismarck Library in 2017.
Sure. So upcoming in the new year on January 7th, we'll have a poetry reading event, and it will be the book of poetry is Tributaries by Tim Ralston, and it's kind of a touching story because the book of poetry was compiled by Mr. Ralston's daughter, Mariah, and he has since passed away, and it's the compilation is a lot of poems that he wrote during his time in the military and when he was serving in Vietnam. And that was just something that they wanted to do, Mariah and her family, to honor her father. So we'll be having, we're sponsoring that. So we'll have the poetry reading at the library. That's January 7th at 1 o'clock. It's open to the public. Anyone can come. And I think that'll be very nice. We have a Mystery Lovers Book Club. The first time we've had a mystery book club. We're really excited about that, and we have a lot of patrons who've been asking about that.
Oh.
And that'll start on February 8th. And our winter reading bingo is starting up on January 15th. And for anybody who's not familiar with that, you can stop in the library and get basically a bingo sheet. It's like a bingo card. And it's all things related to library activities or reading. And as you do each activity, you can mark the square off, just like when you're playing bingo. And then when you make a bingo, you can bring it back in and you'll get put in for a drawing for various prizes.
Oh, very cool. We're talking with Christine. She's the library director at the Bismarck Public Library. Obviously, lots of things going on. They opened their new teen center, a lot of adult programming coming up in 2017. You also have a great children's area in the Bismarck Public Library. Talk a little bit about the events and programming that you have coming up in the children's section there, right when you walk in.
Sure. So on January 16th, that's a Monday, the story times will start back up, and we have story times for all different ages, everything from the baby story times, and then we have separate toddler story times, preschool story times, and then there's a special family story time on Monday evenings, so any parents who are working, they can come in with their kids. So that would be the first one starting up on Monday, January 16th. Aside from the story times, they have so much going on in the children's library. They have a Lego club for the kids, and that's one time a month, and that's starting up in January. Our Bark program, which is Bismarck Animals Reading with Kids, will start in March, and that's where kids can sign up to be a part of that, and they come in and it's 20 minutes at a time. and they can read with a certified pet therapy dog, and that's really neat to see. And a lot of times those are kids who either are shy or they have difficulties with reading, and the idea behind that is that when the child is reading to the dog, there's no one, it doesn't feel like anyone's judging them or listening in, so it really helps them to become comfortable with reading.
And the program has been really successful, from what I've heard.
It's very successful. In fact, if anybody listening has a certified pet therapy dog, what we need is really more dogs because we have more kids interested than we have dogs. So we're always looking for other dogs, but they have to be certified as with pet therapy for insurance purposes, so it's safe in the area. Miss Sparkle's Kids Clubs will start at the beginning of February, and kids can sign up for that. I think there's 2 different sessions, and that's kind of an arts and crafts club for kids that takes place after school. So people will be able to sign up their kids for that. And I guess I'd also just say for any of these programs or events that we have, everything's on our website, bismarcklibrary.org, and we have an events calendar, and everything is listed on there. We have tons going on all the time, and it's open to the public, so anyone is free to stop by and take part.
Again, if we're talking with Christine with the Bismarck Public Library, if you have this old notion that obviously there are books at the library, but if you think the library is just a place that you go and check out a book and there aren't a whole bunch of other things going on, you've got to check out the library. There's just so many things going on. It's kind of like the Heritage Center too. There's just so many events and things that people maybe aren't aware of that they should really take in and be a part of at the library. Again, libraries, if anybody doesn't know, it's just a kind of a little bit on the north edge of downtown, right north of the hospital there. Again, it's an awesome facility. Teen center, children's center. I'm waiting for the adult Lego club, Christine.
I know, every time you mention the Legos for the teens and then the children, Kate's eyes are like, yeah.
Everybody loves Legos.
Right. Yeah, and just speaking to the comment that you made there, the library's vision is personal enrichment for all, and we really embrace that, and we think of what does personal enrichment mean to various people. I mean, you could ask a whole handful of people, and each person would say they find something else personally enriching. So we always look to the public to tell us what they're interested in, and we try to work that out so that we can have something available for them with programming or different books in our collection, because we really strive to meet the needs of everybody.
And Christine, you guys have a big milestone. It's your 100th anniversary in 2017. Obviously, I think the Carnegie Library, might have been the first. I think it was the 1917 library, the Carnegie Library downtown, and obviously you moved to a different location. But you'll be doing some celebration with your 100th anniversary taking place kind of in the first half of 2017.
Yes, we're so excited for that coming up. We'll have different events throughout the year, but we're going to have the majority of them in May. We tentatively have May 13th set as our open house, but in January we'll start to solidify a lot of those dates. The library actually opened in December of 1917, and we figured that would not be a good month to have activities, and we certainly won't be able to have anything outside. So we're looking at May because that's kind of when the groundbreaking started, and they started all of the construction. So we'll be going with May. If anybody who's listening has photos or memories from being in the library, whether it's the Carnegie Library or when the first edition of our current building, which was around 1966 when that was built, if anybody has memories or photos that they'd be willing to share, we'd love to have those. Right now, we know of a few people that we can reach out to get some of that, and we have some photos in our own collection, but it'd be great to hear from the public on that.
Awesome. Well, a lot going on at the Bismarck Public Library. Thanks so much, Christine. We're going to take a quick break. Check them out on the web. Lots going on. You're listening to Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 19.
News headlines and weather together. Live on Super Talk 1270.
And thanks for sticking with us, the Bismarck Downtowners, on Free for All Fridays. Again, you are listening to Don and Kate on Free for All Fridays today. We want to give a great big thank you to Christine Cuyava, who is the library director at the Bismarck Memorial Veterans Memorial Public Library. She gave us the rundown of about 1 million different events for the entire community that are happening at the library in the coming new year. Adults, teens, kids, all ages. There are tons of things to do. So thank you, Christine. Check out the Bismarck Public Library website and Facebook page, and they have tons of events on their calendar.
They also just got a new mobile library van as well. So they've got a lot going on. We can talk about in the last segment. But, I mean, more than I even knew. And, you know, we keep a pretty close eye on what they're doing at the library and stuff like that. I always go to the book sale thing.
Yes.
Tons of fun. And
good thing to bring that up, Kate, because if anybody wants to volunteer at the library, they also have lots and lots of volunteer opportunities. The Friends of the Bismarck Library are the group that put on the used book sale, but books are donated constantly throughout the year. They have tons of books. They can always use volunteer help to sort books. So lots of ways to volunteer your time, to take in different events. The library is where it's at. Great.
Loves me some
All
library.
right. Well, let's get on to our next guest. We will be joined by Kayleen L. She and her mom, Tammy Pucklick Wall, they recently opened Uptown Loft as a storefront on Broadway in downtown Bismarck. Welcome, Kayleen. Thanks for joining us today. Oops.
We're still there?
We're still here.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about how you created Uptown Loft. You first started as an in-home business, correct?
Correct.
So
well, my mom and I have always had a love for shopping and fashion. And, you know, one day my dad said, you know, you guys shop a lot. And he goes, I think something good would happen. Well, last year I told Mom, I go, you know, let's put up a boutique. And we did, out of my home. It started out of the basement of my home. The only advertisement we had was Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
At a Facebook page, Facebook group. And after that, a year later, here we are in a storefront. And for those, if it weren't for those customers, we wouldn't be where we're at today.
tell everybody just exactly where you're located on Broadway, just for a point of reference.
We're located on 204 East Broadway Avenue. It's the old Hay Ocean building.
So right next to Exposure or White Lace Bridal, if anybody's familiar with
Yep.
the block on the north half of the block there. So you started as an in-home business. Tell people a little bit about what Uptown Loft has, kind of your style and what you feature at the boutique.
We have a lot of contemporary clothing. It's mom and daughter, so there's something for teenagers, moms, grandmas,
great-grandmas.
Yep. We even had a lady come in a few weeks ago, and she goes, my grandma loved my sweater. And so she ended up getting her grandma the same sweater as her. It's just so sweet to connect with these people on a personal level.
That's such a sweet story. So what would you say your style is at Uptown Loft? Is it more is it casual, professional? What would you consider it?
We have a lot. We have casual. We have a variety. There's casual. We have some dress clothes.
Outgoing clothes.
Yeah, going out clothes. Something for everyone.
Going out clothes. So for New Year's Eve,
Yes.
if anybody is looking around.
Yes, we have dresses.
Maybe some
tops.
sparkly things, accessories
Yeah.
that will give you some flash, right?
Yep.
So talk a little bit about, you just opened right before Small Business Saturday, and you were a part of Small Business Saturday. It was 50 degrees out. There was no snow.
That was beautiful.
That went pretty well. Obviously, we've got some snow now, but, you work with the other business owners downtown. Talk about kind of what it's been like to be, you went from this in-home business, now you have a storefront, but you kind of have a community of other businesses around you that help.
Small Business Saturday was huge. It was a really great experience for us. I mean, we were surprised. And we were so surprised at how everyone helps everyone down here. We love it. I mean, they welcome us, they advertise for us, we advertise for them. We really enjoy it down here. Yeah, the community is really close down here. Everyone helps everyone out.
It's fun. That's what we like to hear downtown. It's, I think when sort of rising tide lifts all boats, I think, in downtown, the more people you have walking around, the better it is for everybody. So do you have any specials or retail events coming up or things coming up in the future that people should know at Uptown Loft?
In February, we are going to have our grand opening.
Oh, great.
I think February, March. We haven't put a exact date on it. So we'll be stocked, ready for that. We're going to market in February, so we'll be getting a lot of new clothes in.
Do your customers kind of tell you, hey, this is, sort of what I'm looking for, so that when you go to market, you're able to, shop for those things?
Yeah, some do. Some give their opinion on what they would like to see more of. And, there was a few, more dresses, and, yep, we need to get more dresses in. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have an opinion of what we need when we go there.
Is this the first time you've gone to market, or did you go to market when you still had your in-home boutique?
We went to market when we were out of my home. That was the first time it was in Vegas. It was huge. It was so overwhelming, but it's so exciting, and it's great to see all the new trends and fashion coming up, in the fall, spring, summer.
And
It's just really fun.
And so you'll go to market just in time for your grand opening.
Yep.
What you guys pulled together this store in such short order, because I think maybe 2 weeks worth, and you were open for Small Business Saturday. So what a whirlwind!
It was 7 days. We
7
had to
days.
turn over in 7 days.
Good Lord.
Never underestimate the
that's
power
pretty
of
quick.
mom and daughter, right? Yeah.
So, just for everybody, and then we've kind of been talking about this with the snow a little bit and retail. It's obviously not great for, a lot of retail around, just people getting around town. But a great tip if you're going to go to Uptown Loft and check it out new, or you're going to go anywhere downtown, is to use the parking ramps. They're easy to get in and out of. With some of the snow drifts that we have right now downtown, it's a little hard if you have a passenger to get out of the car. So definitely check out the ramps. The closest one to Uptown Loft would be the 3rd and Main ramp. Again, it's just $1 an hour, $6 for a day pass. It's free from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. daily. So if you want to check it out, obviously with some of the winter weather we've been having, it's a super convenient way to just park and not have to kind of deal with the snow drifts when you're parking.
And I was down in your neck of the woods yesterday, and your sidewalks are lovely and clear of snow.
They are.
Yes, it looks like you have some nice parking there as well along the street. So if you do need to park on the street and there's room, it does look really nice in front of your store too.
I think Kayleen...
Yes, you're fortunate to have clean sidewalks, clean parking. It's been really good.
Yeah. I think, probably coming up in 2017 with the Downtowners and with all the retailers, like you said, downtown that kind of work together, just because we've been socked with these 3 blizzards kind of during the holiday shopping season. We'll probably look at some more fun retail events coming up in 2017 to kind of unblizzard ourselves from some inventory and have some fun events going on as well. So, Kayleen, tell everybody where they can find you on Facebook, what's the best way to get a hold of you, all that fun stuff.
We have both Facebook page and a Facebook group that they can join. And we usually post every week, sometimes multiple times a day, so they can see our new arrivals on there.
And then
or you can message us on Facebook or email us at uptownloftboutique@gmail.com.
And can people, I know a lot of the boutiques downtown, like if they'll post a new item, can you like say, hey, I want that, and put your name in there, and then will you hold it for them? Is that what you can do? I know they do it at a lot of other boutiques downtown.
Yep, when we post something, they can comment on what size they want. We can hold it for them, or we also ship as well.
Okay, and is there an e-commerce platform on Uptown Loft website, or are you mostly using your Facebook group as kind of your way to sell online?
Yep, we only have Facebook.
Okay, gotcha.
It's been quite powerful for you guys, though, because I think you have several thousand followers on Facebook. Is that right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And like I said, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be where we're at today.
Right, exactly. Oh, it sounds like you and your mom, though, have hit on like mother-daughter gold, because you get to work together, you get to create this store and this atmosphere together. Obviously, you have a really close-knit relationship, and that's really fun to see. Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't been down there at Uptown Loft for the holidays, definitely check it out. Into the new year, obviously we'll have some events going on through 2017 that will focus on our retailers in downtown. We'll be doing the Art and Wine Walk in June. We'll be doing Crazy Days in August. Obviously, during our other events like German Days and Street Fair, those are always kind of a fun time for you to pop in and out of some of the retailers downtown. There's always something new. We've had businesses that have been downtown for 20 years, and there's always something new to find. Someone will walk in and say, I've never been to Magic Photo or something, something like that. So take some time, walk around, check it out. Uptown Loft, they're located on the 200 block of Broadway next to Exposure, White Lace Bridal. Kayleen, thanks so much for joining us. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 22.
Dave Ramsey is heard here. Super Talk 1270.
And we're back. Free for All Fridays with the Bismarck Downtowners. Oh, thank you again to our guests today, Christine Kuyava, the library director at the Bismarck Veterans Memorial Public Library during our second segment, and Kayleen L., the owner of Uptown Loft in the heart of downtown Bismarck. We just spoke with Kayleen in our past segment, and we learned all kinds of things about what Uptown Loft has going on. It's the newest boutique in downtown Bismarck, 204 East Broadway Avenue, and make sure to check out their Facebook page, Uptown Loft. Uptown has an E at the end, Uptown Loft, on Facebook, and also visit the Facebook pages for the Bismarck Memorial Library, the Friends of the Library, their website. Tons of activities happening for all ages in the community. What a great resource we have in Bismarck.
It's one of those things, again, where when people say there's nothing to do here, it makes me want to, shake their hand really strongly and be like, hey, you have to know where to look, I think.
I think you're right.
And we've talked about this a lot. There maybe isn't, that's a great opportunity for someone in the Bismarck Manhattan community to have kind of an overarching, things to do and what's going on kind of website or something. But if you know where to look, there's a ton to do.
Right. And you don't even have to look that hard. You just keep going back kind of to the same places, and you'll get used, kind of get in your routine and say, hey, what's happening here at the Heritage Center, library, that type of thing.
Again, if you're looking for something to do for New Year's Eve, we're compiling a kind of a New Year's Eve happenings and specials and to-dos on our website, downtownbismarck.com. So if you want to celebrate, we invite you to celebrate in downtown Bismarck, because we love downtown Bismarck. My brother and sister-in-law are here right now, and we've done the things that I think you have to do when you're in the Bismarck Manhattan community. We obviously went downtown for drinks. We had dinner a whole bunch of times. I think they've basically eaten every meal and had coffee, everywhere downtown. But we also, made a stop at Butcher Block. We got some caramel rolls. Those are, if you've got family in town still, those are the North Dakota things you might have to do. We had
taken the entire community.
Tater tot hot dish at Humpback Sally's, again, a great Midwestern. Yep, embrace your Midwestern roots and show them what we got.
Still need to get some cheesy pickles from Toasted Frog.
Cheesy pickles from Toasted Frog, yeah, that's
speaking of
a
Toasted
must.
Frog. If anybody has looked at their Facebook page, they are rewarding everybody for parking in the parking ramp tonight. If you bring in your parking ramp voucher, I believe they will reward you with a 2-for-1 drink. I believe.
I know they had on their Facebook page. Check it out. As we start digging out of the snow again, obviously everyone's dealing with it, and so we encourage you to use the parking ramps. It's just more convenient, and
It's really a nice. The parking ramps are great facilities. Honestly, they're very well managed, very well secured. It's always well lit. I can tell you that I have walked to and from the parking ramp at all times of the day.
Jeez, Dawn.
Oh my gosh. Mostly because we work very hard. Anyway.
Yeah, check it.
But it's great.
Go to bismarckparkingauthority.com if you want information on how to use the ramps, what it costs. A lot of businesses will even validate, just ask. So if they use the Park Smart program, if you're looking for a place to park. Other things happening in downtown Bismarck and throughout our membership. Member Gallery 522, their art exhibit is on display now through January 31st, featuring artist Corey Feist, and they'll be showcasing Lapping Up. Admission is free. Hours run 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Friday. Gallery 522 is obviously located 200 West Main, Suite 2 in the lower level. For all you locals, that's kind of where Boyd's Ark was located, in the Anderson building.
Oh, Boyd's Ark. I do miss Boyd's Ark. 2 stories of pet store.
Gallery 522, kind of a little hidden gem in the Anderson building, and obviously Bismarck Antique Mall is in there as well, with Anne Farrell taking over and curating the antique store there. So that's some new things to check out there.
That's right. We also have CC's Physical Therapy in the Studios. They are having a week-long celebration. That includes their open house and anniversary party extravaganza that has taken place, but they are also offering free classes through today, the Friday the 30th. So check out the studios, see what they have to offer for packages, drop in for a class, pick up some classes to give to friends. It's a really fantastic place. They have tons of different things to do.
Pilates classes, with poles. They do a whole bunch of different things, but obviously it's going to be that time in January after I had a caramel roll for breakfast, so you're going to have to start working out a little bit when you get to January, but CC's is really cool. Check it out. It's in the Broadway Center building in West Broadway in downtown Bismarck.
The ladies that run the show are just jam-packed with energy, so you won't be disappointed. You will be thrilled to be there, and they'll probably kick your butt a little bit. So take it in, Broadway Center.
Also, a community member of ours at the Downtowners of the Missouri Valley Family YMCA and Sanford Health are obviously working on that Family Wellness Center, kind of where Raging Rivers was at. That will have their grand opening January 17th. So that will be they're open, Monday through Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. daily. So if you want to get more information, check out their website. But that's going to be a great addition to the community as well. And a member of ours at the Downtowners Association, a great community member for us.
You can check out bismarckymca.org for more information. But again, another great expansion in the community.
We also have our new walking maps out for downtown Bismarck. Yay!
They are pretty and kind of blue, and they're being delivered as we speak.
Each year we produce a walking map that has, a lot of the walk-in businesses, service businesses, boutiques, and things like that. So check them out at the 65 locations that we have on the map in downtown. New walking maps are out again. Each year we produce this, and each year the map changes significantly with new additions and things like that, and there's always something new to find in downtown Bismarck.
I think one fun thing that we have noted on the walking map this year is Art Alley, which is the alley between 5th and 6th Street and Main and Broadway Avenue to the east side. I guess east side of 5th Street,
right.
West side of 6th. But great local artists have taken their time and efforts and talent and done some incredible work in Art Alley. It's a great place for photo ops.
I think it's the most Instagram spot or something in the Bismarck Manor Community Art Alley right now. So if you're on the Instagrams, check it out.
It's just Insta, Kate.
Insta. And they have some great locally, again, if you have family in town and you want to have your picture taken by a huge jar of pickles, very North Dakota. You want to be by a huge buffalo, very North Dakota. They've done a really good job with just curating Art Alley in downtown Bismarck to have it, not so tightly be about North Dakota, but really embrace kind of that idea of pickle jars. We call them church basement pickles around here. You go to a funeral and get some church basement pickles.
I have to say, this is a side note, but my grandma gave me an entire jar of homemade pickles just for me. And guess what I had a bunch of for supper last night?
Nice.
And I didn't feel bad about it.
A few other things that we have going on in downtown Bismarck. Obviously, again, we're asking for everyone's patience and as we dig out of the storm and all that fun stuff. Jim, I don't know if we're supposed to get some more snow, but again, when we do have snow emergencies, consider parking in the ramp and just kind of be careful as you're scooting out and about.
Maybe slow down a little bit. Watch for people on the corners that are hiding around the snowbanks.
Yeah, it's been crazy. We're talking with Jim. We're ready for...
Try not to fall down like I did this
morning.
Oh, no, Jim.
Jim walked out. It was a beautiful morning. He started singing. A bird landed on his shoulder, and then he wiped out. So
that bird.
Be careful. Anyway, we've got a lot going on in downtown Bismarck. Again, thanks to our guests. Check out the library. Check out Uptown Loft. If you want to find out more about downtown Bismarck, you can go to our website, downtownbismarck.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/downtownbismarck, Twitter, downtownbiznd. We're on Instagram, Downtown Bismarck. We hope everybody has a great new year. 2016. See ya. We don't want you to be here. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. We don't want you to be here anymore. It's been
bring on 2017.
It's been tough. But we've had a great year with Free for All Fridays. We want to thank Town Square Media and Jim Walsh, who's done a great job producing our show. We will be back in 2017 every month with the Bismarck Downtowners. For Dawn Kopp and Jim Walsh, I'm Kate Herzog with the Downtowners. We'll see you in 2017.